Hello and welcome to Sports and Other Things, the inaugural episode. I'm your co-host, Gabe. With me, co-host Troy. Troy, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
All right, man. Well, for starters, before we do anything, I want to talk about why we want to do a podcast and why specifically a sports podcast. Do you have any input on that?
Well, Gabe and I have been talking for the last 7 months about sports and all kinds of random things, and we butt heads on about everything, and so it's good fun.
Yeah, and I think just putting all those thoughts in jokeable arguments on actual recording a podcast for other people to listen to might actually be enjoyable. You know, we both listen to podcasts all the time, so I just think it's the best platform to get information. And I've listened to other history, news podcasts, but I think sports podcasts are just the best out there. There's no other podcasts I really prefer to listen to. So that's what I feel on it. But we just move right along to our first topic. You know, NFL season's coming up quick, coming in about a month now. We just wanted to go through all the rankings. Since your favorite team is the Los Angeles Chargers, I'm going to have you do the AFC. My favorite team is the New York Giants, so I'll do the NFC. But we'll go ahead and jump right in and get started in the NFC on the record predictions. We'll go through some teams we'll talk about, and we'll get a little extensive talking about. And other teams we're just going to blow right through because we don't really care about them at all. So with that said, let's get started.
All right, like you said, Chargers are my favorite team, so we're going to start in the AFC East because I want to talk about the Chargers last. As I go through this, I'm going to say what record I want or what team we're going to talk about, what record I think, what record he thinks. We're just going to kind of spitball. Like you said, we'll talk a little bit about some teams, talk a lot about other teams. First team I got, we're probably not going to talk very much about. I got the Bills. I think they're going to go 6-10. I think Josh Allen will have a decent season this year, but I just don't see that team being very good.
Yeah, I agree. I also have him at 6-10. I think Josh Allen's going to be, much improvement. I think the team's going to be better overall, but I don't think there's going to be much improvement. What was their record? Were they 6-10 last year?
They were 6-10 last year.
Yeah, I think the team will be better, but that doesn't necessarily mean a better record. So
yeah, going forward, I got the Dolphins next. I got them at 5-11. They were 7-9 last year. You got them at 5-11?
Nope. Keep going.
So I think Fitzmagic's going to win the spot to be QB1, but his magic's only going to last probably the first 5 games, like he did last year for the Bucs. He'll do good, but he's not going to make the Dolphins any better.
Yeah, Fitzmagic only being there for a little while is exactly why I think the Dolphins will be 7-9. I think Josh Rosen is actually going to be he's going to show out a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I think he'll have a little bit of magic of his own.
I'll be honest, I forgot Rosen went there, and I feel like Fitzmagic will probably get the quarterback 1. He'll be there. He'll probably show out for the first 4 games, and then he'll burn out like he did last year, and then Rosen will take over, Rosen, whatever you call him, and we'll see, I guess. But
yeah, and then
I still have him at 5-11.
I put him at 7-9. So.
I don't see him winning 7 games, but whatever. The Jets, I think last year they were 4-12. I think Darnold will have a better year. I think that Le'Veon Bell, if they, he said in an interview last week, he's like, I'd take 500 touches in a season if it wins the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to be Super Bowl contenders, but I feel like they'll win more games this year, 8-8.
Well. I love this because our records are not the same. I put them at 5-11. I think I got a 1-game improvement.
You think they're going to be better than the Dolphins or worse than the Dolphins?
I think so, only because I do not think Le'Veon Bell is going to be utilized correctly, and I think he's going to get frustrated and PO'd just like he did with the Steelers. And I know the Steelers is more on a money aspect than a play aspect.
He got all the money he needs.
Right, but I don't think he's gonna get utilized properly. They're gonna really try and give Sam Darnold the ball to throw it downfield. Le'Veon, he can maybe go downfield for some catches, but
the dude, he can catch the ball.
I know he can, but I think Darnold's just gonna be throwing it downfield.
Who does the Jets even have as a receiver? Robbie Anderson? I'm looking up Jets wide receivers right now. Okay, they got Crowder. Crowder's pretty good. Robbie Anderson.
Do they still have a?
They don't have anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Smith, not a believer in Jets wide receivers. That's pretty good.
Did Eric Decker retire?
Yeah, Eric Decker was he was with the Raiders last, and he retired last year, I think.
Oh man, see that's so much I keep up with.
He went to the Titans for a year, and then he went to the Raiders last year. I think they cut him, and he retired.
Probably. That's how much I keep up with the freaking Jets. So.
Oh, he was with the Patriots last?
Did he get a Super Bowl ring? No, he didn't.
I hope he didn't get a Super Bowl
Oh,
ring.
he better not have.
All right, he was with Broncos, Jets, Titans. Oh, he was on the practice squad of the Patriots in 2018.
All right, we gotta move on. We're getting way too. We're
We
talking about Eric Decker.
We don't even like the Jets.
I don't like the Jets.
All right, we're going to the north. I think both of us.
Whoa! You forgot one team in the AFC.
Oh, okay, all right.
Whoa.
All right, so I'm pretty sure they were 12-4 last year. No, were they 11-5?
They were 11-5.
All right, Patriots were 11-5 last year. I think they're gonna go 11-5 again.
I think Tom Brady's gonna start to show his age.
I think Tom Brady is gonna. I watched a video of Ray Lewis talking about Tom Brady the other day, and it was a year and a half old, but he talked about the clicker. He said he's gonna spend 5 hours or more clicking, watching every play that the defense is gonna be running, and he's gonna find a way to beat you. He hasn't had a good receiver since Randy Moss, other than like Edelman's good, but like he hasn't had a big time receiver.
Super Bowl MVP. Thank you very much.
Okay, Super Bowl MVP, but like, is he a Hall of Famer?
Some people consider him.
I don't think
he is. But anyway. So I put him at. I think Tom Brady's gonna show his age a little bit. Gronkowski retired. I just think that they're gonna be a little down. So I put him still winning the division, but 9-7.
The Patriots are going to hurt not having Gronkowski.
Right.
Because obviously Gronkowski is one of the best tight ends to ever play the game.
Yeah.
If not the best. But who do they got as a tight end now?
I have no idea who they have as a tight end.
He has Demaryius Thomas as a wide receiver.
Oh, Demaryius Thomas.
Oh, he also got the kid from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry.
Oh, all right.
That kid's going to be pretty good. You got Julian Edmond, N'Keal Harry, Demaryius Thomas, Philip Dorsett. Little guy, real fast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he caught 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
He did. Yeah, Dorsett's also awesome.
I mean, Dontrell Inman, I'm pretty sure was a Charger last year.
I don't even know.
If he wasn't last year, he was probably the year before. So they got some. Did you know Jarrett Stidham was with the Patriots?
Yeah, he signed as a backup.
Oh my god.
Or he signed as a
undrafted free agent.
Yeah, undrafted free agent. I'm sorry.
They don't even have. Ben Watson's their tight end.
Yep.
He was pretty good for the Saints.
He was all right.
He won't be no Gronk, but.
We'll move to AFC North.
Yeah, we'll go to the North. So both of us are from Oklahoma, so we both are OU fans. So I'm not going to start out with the Browns. We're going to start out with the Bengals.
Wow, we can move right on past the Bengals.
They're going to go 5-11. Joe Mixon is going to be the only bright spot on their offense. AJ Green's hurt. They're not going to be good.
I put them at 6-10 just to be nice.
5-11. All right, Steelers. Big Ben. I'm not a believer. He sat behind some pretty good defenses and won some Super Bowls.
3 more.
I think that Ben Roethlisberger is a pretty good quarterback, but I don't think he's elite.
He's been good in certain moments.
I think the only thing that got him through the last couple years is Antonio Brown and Juju.
And a little bit of Le'Veon Bell.
And James Cameron.
James Cameron, yeah. Well, guess
what? Or James
what?
Conner.
James Conner. Well, guess what? You got no Antonio Brown. You got no Le'Veon Bell. You got James Conner and Juju Smith-Schuster. And that's all you got, Big Ben. What you going to do? I have them at 8-8.
I have them at 8-8.
Yeah, see, I don't think they're making the playoffs.
There's no way they're going to make the playoffs behind the Ravens defense and the Browns offense.
And
Baker Mayfield. We'll get to that. But I'm going next is the Ravens. They're going to be 9-7. Lamar Jackson's going to be an electric player. I'm not so much a believer, but I'm not a hater. I think he's got the athletic ability that he could go on to be a pretty good quarterback. I don't know if he's quite Michael Vick good.
Maybe
Michael Vick Falcon good.
Maybe Eagle Michael Vick.
Maybe Eagle Michael Vick.
Because Michael Vick had 2 good seasons with the Eagles before he started his decline.
Well, he got concussed a couple too many times.
Yeah.
But
so I also have the Ravens at 9-7. Personally, I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to be awesome. But you can only go 9-7 because the AFC North is a tough division. Even though, we talked about Steelers being down, they're still just, historically a good team. And you got the Browns in the same division. That's 2 games that the Ravens are going to have to play. So, I don't know. I just can't imagine that the Ravens winning the division. But, it is possible. But I just can't imagine doing much better than 9-7. With
the Ravens, I think that something big this year is they haven't had a running back since Ray Rice. that's been
True.
consistently good every year.
And they have Jeff Badette, but I just saw that he got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt in training camp or something like that.
They got Mark Ingram this year.
Mark Ingram.
Yeah, Mark Ingram.
Okay.
The dude's a workhorse.
The dude's good, but he's okay. So he doesn't put up like the flashy stuff, but he's consistent.
He's a workhorse, like I just said.
All right.
Okay, Lamar Jackson's having a rough game. He might have thrown an interception or two. Who am I going to turn to? Oh, yeah, we got Mark Ingram. Beat him the ball.
You got 4 downs to get 10 yards. Give it to Mark Ingram. He'll probably get there.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about the Browns.
Oh.
Okay,
Baker,
so
baby.
He's a Giants fan. I'm a Chargers fan, but we both love the Browns just because. Well, for one, we both were believers when they weren't good because we were like, we want them to be good.
I just want them to not go 0-16 or 1-15. But here's the thing. You know, a lot of people might think like, oh, you guys are bandwagon fans. Now they have Baker Mayfield. They got Juice, Jarvis Landry. Now they got Odell Beckham. Well, no, I was a Baker fan. Even if Baker got traded tomorrow to some other team, I'm going to root for that team. I ain't rooting for the Browns anymore. And I also have a little bit of rooting interest because I am a Giants fan. So Odell Beckham got traded from the Giants, as we all know. So it's like, it's kind of a win. You know, it's not really a lose. I mean, it's a good situation because did he get traded off my Giants? Yeah, but he's going to a team that I'm also supporting. So, like, Browns, awesome. I'm going 11-5. Baker!
I got him 10-6. I think Baker Mayfield is going to show out this year. I think he's going to prove everybody wrong. Anybody that thinks that he wasn't worth that first overall pick.
Oh, he's a beast. And the thing is, like, that race between him and Saquon Barkley was so close. Like, either one of them deserved it. They both deserved to win it.
I think the only reason the Jets won any games last year was because of Saquon Barkley. I think
Giants?
Same thing. Yeah, I think the only reason the Giants won any games last year is because of Saquon Barkley.
Barkley was a monster.
I think Baker Mayfield definitely pushed the Browns into almost playoff conversation.
They literally, if they'd won one more game, like they were pushing for the wild card spot.
If they wouldn't have tied that one game,
they
against
wouldn't
the
have tied against the Steelers in the first game of the freaking season.
I think Baker Mayfield made a bigger difference on his team being playoff, like in the conversation for the playoffs. But I think Saquon Barkley was the only reason that they won any games.
Yeah. I agree.
So I have him at 10-6. He's got him at 11-5. Either way, Browns winning the division.
Division playoffs, hell.
I don't think they're going to Super Bowl this year.
I don't know. They got Odell and Juice.
Okay. You got Jarvis Landry coming out of the slot. You got Odell making one-hand catches over guys. I mean, you got Nick Chubb running the ball.
You got Nick Chubb. You got Kareem Hunt when he gets back from the suspension.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Kareem Hunt. You got Njoku catching tight end passes. I mean, that dude's going to be catching anything within 20 yards of the end zone.
I don't know about their defense, but their offense is going to be freaking awesome.
I mean, their defense is set up pretty good. They got Myles Garrett leading them.
Yes, forgot about Myles Garrett. Okay, Browns are winning.
Okay, so one more thing about the North is I completely even forgot about the Ravens. Wide receivers. They got Marquise Brown, Lamar Jackson.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Hollywood went there.
Marquise Brown is going to run a 40, like his 40 time at the combine, or no, he didn't run at the combine. He ran at the pro day.
Oh.
Wasn't very good. But you put that dude in a game, he turns twice as fast.
I know.
Lamar Jackson's got a really strong arm. Like his accuracy, a lot of athletic, fast quarterbacks don't have a very good arm. Lamar Jackson will throw the ball through his receiver's hands. That's how hard he throws the ball.
Yeah.
His accuracy is what kind of gets him. He throws a long ball 60 yards down the field. Marquise Brown's going to outrun any corner in the league.
Yeah, and then also, like, he's going to have enough room to where when the ball's up in the air, if Lamar's a little off, he can adjust.
Oh, yeah.
Marquise Brown, assuming he can stay healthy, because, he got hurt a little bit at the end of the last OU season, but, man, that dude's a beast.
I think he's healthier and stronger. I mean, the dude needed to gain some weight. He weighed 166. I think he'll get up to 180 being in the NFL.
Yeah.
I bet a year or two from now it'll be 190. He'll be stacked on a little bit.
Yeah.
Another thing is they got Willie Snead, the fourth. He's the kid that used to play for the Saints. Drew Brees used him as a pretty good target.
Oh yeah, Willie Snead.
Yeah. So that's another good thing.
I bet Willie Snead in fantasy. He's good.
He's good.
He gets you some points.
He's nothing flashy, but he'll get you 70, 80 yards. 100 yards here and there. He'll get you a couple touchdowns. And then they got 2 tight ends that were both drafted last year. One of them was a first-round pick. He's actually their second.
They also have
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. What am I doing? They have so many OU prospects.
Another person that they have from OU, Orlando Brown Jr.
Oh my gosh, they have Orlando Brown too. What are we doing, man?
And another Oklahoma State product, Justice Hill.
I put the Ravens at 9-7. Oh man, this is. I might need to move the Browns at 10-6, and then move the Ravens at 10-6, and then.
I mean, just think about this team in this aspect right here. This Ravens team, they got Mark Ingram as their running back number 1. Justice Hill, that dude, he should have been a top running back.
Dude, he was.
But OSU just wasn't good as last year, and so he didn't get the recognition. You start him, he starts looking like Alvin Kamara. You got Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
All right, we've been talking about the North too long. Let's go to the South. Let's start with the bad. The Jaguars, they're going to be better than they were last year. They got Nick Foles now. Last year with Blake Bortles, they were 5-11. This year, I have them at 7-9. They're not going to be great. Nick Foles is great in the playoffs. He's great when it matters. The dude's not going to be able to play 17-week season, 16 games. I don't think he's going to make it all 16 games at the level that he played when he played with the Eagles.
Yeah, I also have the Jaguars at 7-9. I mean, Wentz got hurt right at the end of the season. Dude plays last week of the regular season, and people are like, "We're going to the playoffs with this guy." And then they had the bye week. Came back from the bye week. Nick Foles looked awesome. Oh yeah. And then he looked awesome again. And then they went to the freaking Super Bowl and beat the Patriots. And then
awesome.
Yeah, and then last season, Carson Wentz got hurt again. How many games was he out? Like 6 games, something like that?
Something like that.
Foles was good in a few of them.
Several of them.
But there were a couple that he also wasn't good. I mean, like Nick Foles is a good player, but he's very hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember a couple years back, he's playing, and he threw like 7 touchdown passes in a game. Yeah,
well, and he holds an NFL record for what is it, like completion percentage for it was a season that Michael Vick got hurt right at the beginning. When he was with the Eagles the first time.
Oh, yeah, he had like 20-something, it was either 21 or 27 touchdowns to like 2 interceptions or something like that.
Yeah, I think he has a record for touchdown
to
interception. It's crazy. It's some record like that, or it's completion percentage. It's something. Like, the dude was awesome that season, and then, he went to the Rams, and then he kind of...
And that was my next point is Nick Foles for the Eagles, heck of a player. Hasn't performed for any other team.
To the Rams, now he's with the Jags.
He bounced around to a different team before going back to the Eagles.
True.
I think. Don't quote me on that. I think the Jaguars have a pretty good defense. They have Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey wants out. He wants a big contract. But I think that they kind of got him to the point where he's they gave him a big contract, didn't they?
I don't keep up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry.
I think Jalen Ramsey needs to go be on a big. He's literally the second wave of Deion Sanders. He needs to go play for...
Okay. All right. Nope.
He needs to go play for the Cowboys or something.
We're moving to the next team. You just compared the dude to Deion Sanders, one of the greatest athletes
He
of
literally
all
said,
time.
He's number 27 on the top 100 list. He said, 26 players ain't better than me. Deion Sanders would say something like that.
Yeah, but he's got the personality. But, dude, you're talking to Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, like, dude, all those guys with that amount of athleticism. Jalen Ramsey is good, but he's not that good.
All right, we'll talk in 10 years. We'll see if Jalen Ramsey turns out like Deion Sanders or not. All right, moving on along.
Maybe Deion Sandcastle.
I got the Titans at 8-8. I don't think they're gonna be.
When doing this, I literally wrote down the word blah right next to them.
I don't think the Titans are a bad team. I just don't think they have anything that's like worth being like great. They just signed Bird or whatever to a big contract. Great, they got a good safety in the back of their defense, but like the rest of their defense is pretty good, not great. Mariota's hit or miss. Mariota,
like the Titans freaking they went to the NFC or AFC Championship game against the Patriots, right? Or was that the Jaguars? Was that the Jaguars that did that?
That was Jaguars.
My bad. Forget what I just said. Forget that. That's my bad. Marcus Mariota was not that good.
No, he's not that good at all.
My bad. But somehow Blake Bortles got him there. I don't know.
Yeah, but Blake Bortles played out of his mind that
playoffs.
playoffs.
Out of his mind. Yeah. Okay.
The Jaguars, and the Titans are two different teams. Titans, I'm pretty sure they lost to the Chiefs last time they made the playoffs.
That seems accurate.
So we're just gonna go right along. I think the Colts are gonna go 10-6 if Andrew Luck stays healthy.
Knocking on wood.
I think that Andrew Luck is top 5 best quarterbacks in the league right now. I think that if he stays healthy for the next couple of years, he'll put and Drew Brees and Tom Brady are probably gonna retire in a couple of years, so he'll probably move up to like number 1.
I also have him at 10-6. I think Andrew Luck, when healthy, the dude is awesome. The dude puts up numbers, and assuming his good health continues, because his year last year wasn't as good as years past when he was healthy, but that's because he missed an entire year and he was coming back, and he just had a little bit of recovery. Now he's getting better. I think that one more season, full recovery, the dude's going to put up good numbers, and eventually he's just going to start breaking some records because he's going to put up so many numbers.
Yeah, so I think that Andrew Luck's going to be pretty good. I think that they got a pretty good team over there. Their defense is strong. The biggest thing about them is their offensive line went from 31st worst offensive line to I'm pretty sure last year they were top 5 or top 3. That's pretty good. You keep Andrew Luck from getting sacked. He's a tough dude. I'm not saying that, but he's got some neck problems, and neck's pretty sensitive.
Ironically, the guy he replaced also had neck problems.
Peyton Manning. So we're gonna move right along to the Texans. I think that the Texans are gonna have a good year. They were 11-5 last year. I actually also have them at 10-6. I feel like that Deshaun Watson is a great player. He's got a big target in DeAndre Hopkins. I think that that's going to be big time for a while. I think that J.J. Watt and Clowney's still there, right?
Yeah,
Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney, thank you.
Yeah. I know that they're kind of talking about trading him a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah, and that was kind of weird. But the dude still produced last year. And the thing with J.J. Watt, he came back and he played the entire season. That was the first season he played every game since 2015, which is awesome. But he didn't put up his normal production like he should have or like he could have. But I think now him having a whole off season to just keep going, I think he'll be better. He was still really good, but he wasn't J.J. Watt level.
Yeah.
I think he'll get back to that. Texans gonna be good. I have him at 9-7, so I have him one game worse than I think they finished last year. I think they were what?
No, they were 11 and.
Okay, so I put them at 9-7.
They were 11 and
but
5.
also I factored in the Colts being better. I factored in the Jaguars.
The Colts were 10-6 last year. What did you have of them as?
I had them at 10-6. So.
Okay, they were 10-6 last year.
I had the Jaguars being 7-9. So there's those 2 wins that I took from the Texans. I gave them to the Jaguars essentially. Why did I do that? I have no idea.
Jaguars are trash.
Yeah, well, like I was telling you,
Fournette's gonna get hurt in the first 3 games.
Well, like I was telling you, when doing this, you have to have 256 wins and 256 losses. I was 4 off. So if I'm off here and there, whatever. Is that it on the South? Yeah, that was it on the South.
Yeah, that's it on the South. We're gonna go to AFC West.
Woo! Stuff's about to get heated.
All right, we're gonna talk about the Raiders first.
Oh, I wanna clarify this. Our predictions are coming out prior to any Melvin Gordon trade. These may change drastically should he get traded.
I think we'll talk about this in a minute.
All right.
So the Raiders are gonna go 5-11. The Gruden was talking about Nathan Peterman looking pretty good. I don't think Nathan
Peterman wasn't he the guy who got who took over for the dude with the Bills, and then he came in and he threw 5 interceptions in that game?
Yeah, that was the backup for the Chargers.
The guy who started over Baker last year. Why would we draw a blank? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My point is
Tyrod Taylor.
Thank you, Tyrod Taylor. Literally, Nathan Peterman
trash
came in for Tyrod Taylor. I think Rex Ryan was the coach when that happened.
Probably.
Yeah, Rex Ryan was like, I think Nathan's got this. Well, you know what, Rex? He threw 5 interceptions.
Who was the dude that came in for the Giants?
Geno Smith. We will never talk about
the one that started over Eli to break his streak?
We're not talking.
Okay, all right.
That's ancient history.
We'll talk about the Giants here in a minute.
Fun.
All right.
Nathan Peterman. Yeah.
Nathan Peterman hasn't been good since college. Where'd he go? Penn State?
I don't even know where he went to college.
I think he went to Penn State. But Nathan Peterman is not better than Derek Carr.
Why on earth would John Gruden open his big, fat, stupid mouth?
Yeah, he literally, he went to the University of Tennessee, then transferred to Pitt.
Okay, so here's what I have to say about the Raiders. I put them at 6-10, but then I wrote next to it, "Bye, John," because I think John Gruden is getting fired.
Didn't he sign a 10-year deal?
I don't know how long he signed it. Is he the general manager there? Is he the president of the team? I don't think so.
It says Derek Carr now wants Adidas to give Nathan Peterman a shoe deal. What?
Why? Derek, what are you talking about, man?
Derek! Gruden wants to replace you!
You take that Adidas deal, you moron.
I think Derek Carr needs to just go somewhere else.
Dude, if he could stay healthy, he would be so good. Because his brother was pretty decent. Decent when he first got in the league.
Okay, David Carr wasn't so much that he was a bust.
Hey.
He played for a team that didn't have an offensive line.
But here's the thing. David Carr is a 2-time winning Super Bowl champion.
Back up
for Eli Manning and the Giants. Anyway, so Derek Carr is better than his brother, clearly.
Oh, definitely.
But here's the thing. Derek Carr can still get better. The dude's got to stay healthy, and the dude's got to not have a crappy coach in John Gruden.
I think that Derek Carr just needs to get out of the Raiders because it's a terrible organization.
Just go to the man.
Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman, I hope you get the starting position. I hope they trade Derek Carr. I hope they do a Khalil Mack trade and get rid of Derek Carr. And Derek Carr goes and succeeds somewhere else.
And then gets a huge contract like Khalil Mack did, and then gets destroys the league. Yeah. Well, also, then what do you think Antonio Brown's gonna do? He's gonna be like, wait a second, whoa! I just got here, and now you're trading away a guy.
Hey, Antonio Brown. His head is so big he can't walk through a door. He doesn't care if Nathan Peterman's throwing him the ball, if Derek Carr's throwing him the ball, or if Gruden is even throwing him the ball.
He used to be that way.
Yeah, he went to Central Michigan. He was a 6th-round pick. Where's this freaking big-headed coming from?
He's awesome, all right? He's awesome.
Juju's better.
All
right, so Raiders, 5-11. What do you have them at?
6-10.
He has them at 6-10. They're not going to win 6 games.
If Derek Carr's healthy and you got freaking Derek Carr throwing to Antonio Brown.
Who's their running back? Oh, they got that kid from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. They might win 6 games.
Did Marshawn Lynch resign?
I don't even know.
Did he retire again?
He did retire again, and then he was like, I'm never playing again. And then he was like, oh, wait, maybe.
Oh, Marshawn. Poor
Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about the Broncos. I think they sucked last year. What was their record last year?
They did suck last year.
6-10 last year.
And I feel bad because who's the dude?
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, man, who's good with the Vikings in the playoffs, and then Broncos are like, here's all this money, and like, what do you expect?
They gave him a 2-year contract. It wasn't that much money. It was like 2 years for like $20 million.
But like, Case Keenum's not worth that money. The Broncos.
He's not worth that money.
The Broncos had to trade for Joe Flacco to play over Case Keenum.
Yeah, well, Case Keenum didn't have a freaking receiver to
That's
throw
true.
to.
You know what? That's true. I will give him that. But the dude's...
The only good thing about the Broncos offense this year, Philip Lindsay. That's it.
Philip Lindsay.
Yeah,
yes.
That's it. Their defense kept them in games. That's the only reason they won 6 games.
Yeah. But you know what? I still put them at 8-8.
Didn't they get rid of Talib?
Yeah, they did.
Talib's at the Rams, and then they got rid of Chris Harris, too. They didn't get rid of Chris. Chris Harris signed with the Texans.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he signed with the Texans.
Well, here's the thing. So, I got the Broncos at 8-8. I got Joe Flacco starting over Case Keenum.
Yep.
And I think Joe Flacco hasn't been amazing. He's had, like, a few good seasons. One in particular that he won a Super Bowl. Great. I think Joe Flacco is going to get the Broncos a couple extra wins. I think they're going to finish it.
Okay, Chris Harris is still with the Broncos.
All right.
Who went to the Texans?
I have no clue. From the Broncos, like I said, I don't follow a lot of teams that are irrelevant to me. The Broncos are one of those teams.
Oh, they got Bradley Roby, however you say his name. It's still Tyrann Mathieu's still there, but he's definitely with the Chiefs. So we'll talk about them next.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, their season really all depends on Tyreek Hill.
Whoa, wait a second. We should be talking about the best team in the division last.
Okay, no. We're talking about the Chiefs now.
So you admit that they are the best
They're
team.
not the best team. We're talking about the best team last.
No. Okay, so the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is a monster. The dude's a beast. I think Chiefs are going 11-5. The dude may win MVP again. If he doesn't, it's cool. But I think he's got a chance to win MVP again. They're going to win the division. And this time, they're going to beat the Patriots in the playoffs if they play them. And they are going to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. I know I said the Browns are going to go to the Super Bowl. I'll take it back. I forgot about the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. I'm predicting it now. Write it down.
I'm writing it down.
All right.
Chiefs suck. All right, so.
You're just. Okay.
All right,
wait,
so.
What was your record for the Chiefs?
10-6.
10-6. Okay, that's fine.
Chiefs are a great football team. They got a good defense. They did get Tyrann Mathieu.
The reason he does not like them is because they're in the same division as his favorite team.
That's also the reason that he doesn't like the Eagles, the Redskins, and the Cowboys.
I don't hate them.
Yeah, okay. All right,
I
so
don't hate them
we're
like
talking about the Chiefs right now. So, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, great. Travis Kelce, great.
Travis Kelce's awesome. Oh, I love Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill, when he's not punching girls, great.
Or his children.
Or his children, great. Tyreek Hill, he's gonna be the make or break on the season.
Yep.
If Tyreek Hill, he's got 4-game suspension or something, or did they? I think they suspended him. If he comes back,
I didn't think they did.
I think they did. If he comes out and plays good, they got a shot. They got that one kid, Watkins, Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins hit or miss.
Yeah.
Dude will go for 150 or go for 12. You never know. They also have the kid from OU as a running back. Played for the Dolphins for a little while. He took over when the other kid got suspended. He played pretty good last year.
Running back?
Yeah, running back. Damian Williams.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then they got Anthony Sherman as their fullback. I mean, dude's got a blocker.
Yeah.
Damian Williams will go run.
Okay, so.
It says that they moved a corner to running back too. Tremon Smith.
So we got the Chiefs covered. Now.
All right, let's talk about the Chargers.
First things first. I put them at 10-5, and this is I made this list prior to Melvin Gordon requesting a trade. So, they could end up 8-8 without Melvin Gordon. They could end up 6-10 without Melvin Gordon.
Oh, okay, don't go that far. Melvin Gordon.
You literally were raving about how good he was, and you said that I was like, the Giants could trade for Melvin Gordon. You're like, he's worth more than that. Well, if he's worth more than that, then that's 4 wins for him.
But the thing is, all right, I have them at 11-5. I wrote 11-15, but 11-5, they're not gonna have 15 losses. So they're gonna be 11-5. I think the thing is Melvin Gordon's great. Melvin Gordon is a quality running back. He's got good speed. He's got good moves. He can run somebody over. Dude's gonna get in the end zone. That's all true. But the thing is, we have Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson, who last year when Melvin Gordon got hurt, those two split time. They're both good.
Okay.
So if they can both go for 50, 60 yards, and that takes over for Melvin Gordon's 100, 120 yards.
All right.
That's gonna be key
but
to that.
Here's the real thing: Melvin Gordon just needs to get traded to a good team.
Melvin Gordon, I wish Melvin Gordon the best. I wish we could re-sign him. I love that guy.
They tried to, but they just didn't give enough money.
Yeah, I wish we could come up with an agreement, but it doesn't seem like we can. So if he gets traded anywhere but the Giants, I'll be happy.
All right.
The Giants don't need him. They got Saquon Barkley. But
yeah, but man, you're talking about a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, but they're the same type of running back.
That's true. Yeah.
Barkley's a little more athletic, but they're not.
Yeah, but dude, you get
different.
Barkley.
Melvin Gordon is like a smaller version of Adrian Peterson.
But you get Barkley first and second down. If they need a third down, you throw in Melvin Gordon. But Saquon Barkley.
I'm not a believer.
All right, whatever. Okay.
All right, wide receivers though, they got Keenan Allen back. They got Mike Williams. They got Travis Benjamin. Travis Benjamin's gonna outrun about any corner in the league. Throw it deep to him. Mike Williams will out-jump everybody, catch the ball. Keenan Allen's going to outwork everybody. He's got the best footwork, probably the best route runner in the league. Very underrated. I think he's top 3 best. But I think that Philip Rivers is going to love to throw to all 3 of them.
Yeah.
We got Hunter Henry back. He'll be healthy this year. He had ACL injury at the end of 2017, 2018 season. He came back at the very end of 2019, and he was quality, but you definitely could tell, he's been hurt. But he'll be fully healthy this year. That dude, he's actually second right now in the depth chart. That dude's going to be number 1. He's going to probably make comeback player of the year push. I could see him going for 10-plus touchdown catches.
All right, your aspirations for your Chargers, I get it.
Antonio Gates might make another comeback.
Listen, I get it. I understand. It's your team. I understand, you give them more praise than they may deserve. That's fine. I get it. But
let me talk about the defense real quick.
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay, we don't
have time.
We got Bosa,
that.
Ingram. We got Thomas Davis this year. This defense is gonna be.
Defense is awesome.
Derwin James, best safety in the league, hands down, best safety in the league.
You sound like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care. Stephen A. Smith called Gruden stupid for saying Nathan Peterman was better than Derek Carr. So, I mean, if I sound like Gruden, or if I sound like Stephen A. Smith,
okay.
I must be doing something right.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the NFC.
All right. I'm going to start us off. The NFC East, I have the Cowboys. 9-7. All I have to say about the Cowboys is I think now Ezekiel Elliott is not suspended.
Trash.
And not going to be suspended. I think the team will be better. But I think, what did they finish last year? 9-7?
10-6.
10-6. I actually made them 9-7. One game worse. So that's all my input. I'm done talking about the Cowboys.
I think they're going to be 10-6. He doesn't want to talk about the Cowboys because they're going to beat the Giants twice. But I think the Cowboys, it all depends on Ezekiel Elliott.
And Dak. Dak's got to be...
No. If you watch Dak Prescott when he has Ezekiel Elliott, when he doesn't have Ezekiel Elliott, dude, like, he plays like Blake Bortles without Ezekiel. And then he plays like...
Don't go too high.
Okay, I'm not going to go too high. I would say like a Wentz.
Okay, that's a fair...
I wasn't going to go Tom Brady.
I think it'd be like he plays like Patrick Mahomes.
I think that's pretty good comparison.
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
If Ezekiel Elliott is healthy, not suspended, and he's playing every game, they're going to go 10-6.
Yep.
If he's not, they're going to probably be 6-10 because Dak is not a starting quarterback worthy without Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay, that's maybe a little bold, but anyway, moving on to the Eagles, I have them at 10-6, and I truly believe that they could be better than that if Carson Wentz can freaking stay healthy.
Carson Wentz can stay healthy, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Again.
Okay, maybe not that far.
Yeah. Well, they do have their...
They got Deshaun Jackson back.
They got Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson
My
is
goodness.
literally 10 years ago, Marquise Brown.
My goodness. Who else? Man, they re-signed
Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles will out-juke everybody.
That dude...
37 years old.
I cannot believe that dude is still putting up as good of numbers as he does. Oh, okay. I have him 10-6. What'd you put?
I got the Eagles. Oh, well, Cowboys had 10-6. We skipped that part. But I have the Eagles at 8-8. That is definitely depending on Carson Wentz. If I think Carson Wentz stays healthy,
yep.
I'm with Gabe. They're going to go 10-6, 11-5. Carson Wentz gets hurt, they're going to go less than 8-8.
The dude was an MVP candidate before he tore his ACL.
I put him at 8-8 just because I'm splitting that. I'm splitting that fence. Like, they're either going to be a really good team or they're not going to be anything.
Yeah.
Because this year they don't have Nick Foles.
They don't have Nick Foles as backup if Wentz gets hurt again.
I don't even know who their backup is.
Ooh, man, that's rough.
They're going to be a good team if Wentz is healthy, and that's. Yep. I mean, we keep saying that, but that's 100% the truth.
Yeah.
Their backup is, I think he played at Iowa, Nate Sudfeld.
Yeah, because I know who that is.
Yeah. No, he played at Indiana.
Oh,
man. The dude's played in one game, and, hey, 1 for 2 with a touchdown. That's pretty good.
In 2018?
Yeah. 2018. He threw 2 passes, 1 for 22 yards for a touchdown.
Nick Foles must have got tired.
Yeah, they're probably just like beating somebody.
Anyway.
But I think that they got Aguilar back, Deshaun Jackson, Aguilar. I mean, they're about the same type of player.
Dude, and you know what? They got one of the best tight ends in the league. Zach Ertz is a monster.
Zach Ertz is...
That dude is the best tight end on fantasy, hands down, not even close.
Kelsey.
Okay,
Travis Kelce.
Him and Travis Kelce.
We barely talked about Travis Kelce with the Chiefs, but that dude is great. Alshon Jeffrey is, the dude to really talk about. Alshon Jeffrey is a great player. He was good for the Bears. He's been good for the Eagles. But he is very spotty. The dude will go for a touchdown or 2, 115 yards, or he'll be...
Why is Darren Sproles not on their depth chart? Maybe because it's not updated since he signed?
Probably not.
I don't know. Jordan Howard's, he's all right.
Hey, they got Miles Sanders. That's that kid from Penn State that they were saying was like Saquon.
Yeah, but if he's not hurt...
Yeah, they got him as questionable. They still got Lane Johnson. OU. Boom.
Anyway, all right.
And they upgraded their defense. They got Malik Jackson. Fletcher Cox is perennial defensive lineman of the year. But.
Yep. All right, so next we got the Redskins. I have them at 7-9, and the only thing I have to say about the Redskins is poor Alex Smith. I hope you well in your good recovery, but Dwayne Haskins is getting that starting job. Because who's left? Colt McCoy?
Hey, horns down.
Horns down. That's right. We always say Boomer Sooner on here, man.
Yep.
So Colt McCoy going down. Dwayne Haskins gonna get that starting job. I really, really hope, though, Alex Smith, he's not playing next season at all, but I hope that, he can come back healthy because he literally almost died. After his injury, got infected. Man, I really like Alex Smith as a player and a person, so I hope he gets better.
Case Keenum's on the Redskins.
Did the Broncos trade Case Keenum to the Redskins?
I think right now, get this, right now, Washington Redskins depth chart. Starter, Colt McCoy. Second, Case Keenum. Their 15th overall draft pick, Dwayne Haskins.
Behind Colt McCoy?
Alex Smith is their fourth.
Hey, you know what? They got Samaj P. Ryan as their fourth running back. So this list right here,
stupid.
The ESPN has for the depth chart is dumb. Because Samaj P. Ryan, yeah, you can go and put him behind AD because that's whatever. But Chris Thompson and Darius Geis.
Geis?
I know he's really good.
Dude, he was going to tear up the league last year until he got hurt.
Yeah, well, he said that in college, too.
Okay, he did tear up the
he was good in college.
Yeah.
Did he play at LSU? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because him and Fournette played together.
Yeah, for once,
and he's a good player. That dude gets healthy again. Adrian Peterson's not going to – he'll play this year.
Dude, he had his longest rush of his career last season.
Oh, yeah, and it looked like a freaking semi-truck.
He was so slow. He was so slow, but, man, AD got it in there. Oh, that sounds really bad. But AD got in the end zone. That's all that matters.
I forgot Case Keenum got traded.
I didn't even remember he got traded either.
Dude, his 2018 stats, he was at 44.5 on QB rating.
That's horrific.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so next, we're moving on from the Redskins. My team.
Trash.
As everyone knows, they traded their cornerstone franchise piece.
That they hated.
Odell Beckham Jr. because he was a malcontent, a lot of problems caused. I have them at 7-9, and they finished 5-11 last year. I put them at 7-9 for one reason only. I think the morale around the team will be different because Odell Beckham and all the publicity that followed him will not be there. And I think they'll be able to just get back to playing football and not have to not this sideshow of whatever is going on with Beckham.
Randall Cobb's with the Cowboys?
I don't know. I don't care about Randall Cobb on the Cowboys. We're talking about the Giants.
Okay, well, really, we're talking about the Giants, but does anybody care about the Giants other than Saquon Barkley? No. Daniel Jones, 6th overall pick? Come on.
Eli Manning, man. He's 38.
Eli Manning, biggest mistake of his career, saying, I will not play for the San Diego Chargers. Trade me. But you know what? I'm fine with it. You can have your 2 Super Bowl rings. I'll take Phillip Rivers all day long.
Yeah, okay. Sure. That's fine. How many Super Bowls have the Chargers been to?
1. We lost.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. So I won't talk about the Giants anymore because I could go all night.
Yeah, well, the Giants literally have a problem. We are about to go out and freaking say, you know what? New York Giants, let's throw me the ball. I'll play receiver because Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, another dude got hurt.
No, Golden Tate got suspended. Sterling Shepard got hurt, and then we lost freaking Corey Coleman for the entire season. Man. Okay, I just got to move on. So we're going to go to the NFC North. We're going to talk about the Bears. So
I don't even want to talk about this, but okay. All right, we're talking about the Bears. What do you got them at?
I got them 10-6.
I got them 11-5.
I think Trubisky's going to be pretty good. That's all I have to say about the Bears. And Khalil Mack. That's it.
Well, they got that Eddie Jackson.
Okay.
Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack, that defense is going to win them.
I still don't have the Bears. The Bears aren't winning the division.
I have the Bears winning 11 games, not because of Mitch Trubisky, but because of that defense.
Yeah, their defense is phenomenal.
Trubisky is good enough to win games in help of that defense.
Yep.
It should be the other way around.
So that's all I got to say about the Bears.
Yeah.
Moving on. Same. Vikings, 8-8. I'm done with the Vikings. I don't care about the Vikings.
Skull. Or whatever they say.
Wow.
9-7. 9-7.
Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the Green Bay Packers. I got Packers 10-6 because I think Aaron Rodgers come back from his injury. I think he's going to be good. They don't have to worry about whoever their backup was. I don't even know his name. Yeah, exactly. I think Aaron Rodgers is just going to be flat out awesome. He's consistent, puts up numbers when he's healthy. I think the Packers are going to win the division. I am at 10-6, but same record as the Bears, but I still think that they're going to win the division. So What do you got Packers at?
Oh, I don't even want to talk. Like, Aaron Rodgers has been that dude that's been in the league forever. Or not forever, but like the last 10, 11 years, 12 years, whatever it's been. Since Brett Favre decided he wanted to go play with the Jets. But I just don't see kind of what everybody else sees. They're like, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I've ever seen, all this stuff. Dude's good.
I don't agree with the best quarterback I've ever seen, but the dude is like, the dude is.
They try to like say he's like a Joe Montana type.
He's not a Joe Montana, but he's good. He's just accurate down the field, and like he's just consistent. He's gonna get. He and Drew Brees are very similar as far as the fact that no matter what their record is, if they're playing, they're gonna get.
Do not say that he's like Drew Brees.
No, I'm saying they're both consistent.
How many Super Bowls he got? One.
He's got one.
Okay, if you're gonna say he's the greatest quarterback of all time,
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying people. He's got to win more than one Super Bowl.
Joe Montana's got 4. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the reason that.
Like 5.
No, he's got 4.
They win one after he left?
Steve Young got it, yeah.
Well, I knew Steve Young won one while he was there, but he was there for 4 years while Steve Young was, maybe not 4 years, like 2 years. He was hurt. He came back. Steve Young had turned into Steve Young.
I'm pretty sure that it was only 4. Anyway, why are we talking about old 49ers? So, Packers 10-6. All right. I'm going to the NFC South.
Oh, I have the Packers at 8-8. I think that they could be 10-6, or they could be 6-10.
Yeah.
I think that it's like the Eagles when I was talking earlier. Aaron Rodgers gets healthy.
To have Aaron Rodgers.
Their running back, they had to make Montgomery from a wide receiver to a running back a couple years back. But yeah, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers or nobody.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the NFC South. I got the Saints.
Hey, whoa, we missed a team.
Oh.
Barely missed a team, but we missed a team.
I don't care about this team.
All right. First off, before he says anything bad about the Lions, I'm glad that Matthew Stafford's wife is doing better.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, for real. I totally forgot about that. I'm glad she's doing good as well. Also, it's kind of unfortunate that the Lions have to pay Matthew Stafford that much money, but I get it. The market, that's where the market was. But, like, does he deserve it? I don't really know about that. I don't know. So, I got the Lions at 6-10 because blah. Like, I don't.
You have them at 6-10?
6-10.
I have them at 4-12.
Oh.
And
I thought you were gonna say like 8-8.
So with saying this, Darius Slay, one of the best corners in the league. He's married to Jennifer Williams Slay, who played college basketball with my wife, and
fun fact.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Been in the same room as Darius Slay, but Darius Slay is a humble guy, really really good corner, and I think that he needs to get put on a different team.
Yeah, and I think they should beg Megatron to come out of retirement.
I don't think Megatron's going to come out of retirement to go play for the 4-12 Lions.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I'd love to see Megatron on the field again. Oh.
Calvin Johnson, one of the best receivers I've ever seen.
And the dude, he pulled a Barry Sanders. He retired so early.
I remember when Des Bryant was like, "I'm gonna have more yards than you. I'm better than you." And he went for 329. Des Bryant didn't go for 329.
Wrecked him. But. All right. So now we're moving on to the NFC South. Got the Saints at 9-7. I think Drew Brees just a consistent.
We have the Saints at 9-7.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara is going to go off this year. They're going to go 12-4.
Probably he's going to go off. You know what? I didn't factor in the Alvin Kamara thing.
Alvin Kamara, literally.
I get it. But here's the thing.
He went. Okay, time out. He went from having Mark Ingram, who had been there for 8 years, who was the number 1 running back for 8 years. Well, there for a couple years he wasn't, but big time running back. Dude literally was a workhorse. You could hand him the ball 30 times in a game, and he would just keep running.
Alvin Kamara was a monster.
Alvin Kamara, he starts getting more touches. He's going to go from like having 700 receiving yards and 800 rushing yards to having 1,000 and 1,000 like David Johnson did a couple years ago.
Probably. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a beast. But here's the thing: like, I only have him at 9-7 because I think the Falcons going to be better in the division, and they play twice. So Falcons could get him twice. So I just think Drew Brees is consistent. He's always going to give him numbers. Like he's had great numbers, and they've had horrible seasons. Like it's just because Drew Brees, like the dude's a machine.
I think the biggest thing for the Saints is they got a good defense.
Yeah, they got a great defense, and that's the thing. Like, well, okay,
it's
above average for sure.
Definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Arguably top 5.
Yeah. So I mean, I have Saints at 9-7. I can't really have much else. What do you have, Matt?
12-4.
12-4.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay. By the way, we're gonna have to do some math because I think your numbers are more off than mine as far as wins and losses.
you know what? I don't even care. But let's be real. When I look at the Saints, there's no way they're not going to be good. They got Michael Thomas, they got Alvin Kamara, and Drew Brees.
You know, honestly, I think when I was doing this, I didn't factor in Alvin Kamara. Like,
I think Alvin Kamara.
He's at least another win, probably 2.
Alvin Kamara's, I bet, best running back in the league this year.
Okay, that's a little much. Okay,
I bet he is.
all right. Anyway,
Who's better?
you don't want me to answer that.
Are you gonna say Saquon Barkley?
You don't want me to answer.
I think Saquon Barkley's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I don't think he.
Pretty good. Okay, no. We're done.
Alvin Kamara is a better receiving running back.
Dude, Eli threw the majority of his passes to Barkley.
Okay, Drew Brees throws a majority of his passes to Alvin Kamara.
God.
Alvin Kamara would line up as a receiver and go make plays better than receivers do. Okay, and let's just say Michael Thomas, top 3 best receivers in the league.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. All right, moving on. Who do you got next?
I got the Falcons at 9-7. You know what? I'm super
8-8.
I'm super unsure.
Trash.
Super unsure about the Falcons.
Matty Ice. I'm not a believer.
I'm super.
I think he. Whenever he came out of Boston College, I thought this dude's gonna be good, and he was. He's good, but I don't think that he's as special as people think he is. He blew a 28-3 lead.
But that's not 100% his fault. The defense.
Not 100% his fault.
The defense stepped up for the Patriots,
But
but also
all he had to do was kill time and keep that game going.
yeah, that's true. But he does have an MVP.
Feed the Rock.
He does have an MVP under his belt.
Feed the Rock.
I think he's.
Quit throwing the ball.
I think he's also pretty good.
I think he's top 10. Definitely not top 5.
Not top 5.
He's probably right at 10.
Top 10.
I bet he's right at 10.
Between 8 and 12 in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't put him higher than 8, but I definitely wouldn't probably put him lower than 12.
Yeah, and Eli's 35th best.
We're not talking. No, stop. He's 38 years old. Does he need to hang it up? Probably, but not to Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
You could have got Dwayne Haskins or anybody, but you got Dwayne Jones from Duke University. Okay, sorry.
I'm not a believer in Dwayne Haskins either, but
okay, we can't get into the Daniel Jones pick. I can't.
We can talk about that later.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Falcons 9-7.
8-8.
8-8. Okay.
I think that they have a good shot at maybe going 9-7, but I don't see him doing any better than that. Right. They got Julio Jones. He says he's gonna go for 3,000 yards. If he goes for 3,000 yards, I'll shave my head. I have a shaved head. Jokes
on you. Your head's already shaved, dude.
But Julio Jones not gonna go for 3,000. Do I think he's a top receiver? Do I think he's one of the best receivers I've ever seen? Yes. I think the dude's a monster. But 3,000, I don't see that.
Yeah.
They also have what's his name from Alabama?
Which one from Alabama? The many great players from Alabama. Julio Jones, also from Alabama.
Okay, but they got the other dude. They got the dude from Alabama that's like a second-year player.
I'm like, which one?
Amari Cooper. But yeah.
Oh gosh.
What's his name?
Man, I try not to pay attention.
The Falcons are actually playing right now in the Hall of Fame game. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley's a beast.
I think
Ridley's.
I think
monster.
he'll come in and he'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
But.
Okay, so that's the Falcons. Moving on.
Who do you want to talk about first? The Bucks or the Panthers?
Oh.
Neither of them good.
Okay, so
let's go with the Bucks.
I'm just gonna. Okay, the Bucks 6-10. You know what?
Why are you giving these terrible teams like the Lions and the Bucks such good records?
Because here's the thing.
4-12.
Here's the thing. Because
Jameis Winston hasn't been good since Florida State.
I get it. Here is the deal. The best team in the league can lose to the worst team in the league any given week because that's how football is played.
But they're not going to win 6 games. 6 games.
They might. Because here's the thing. If the Saints go 9-7, because you know what? Saints could lose to one of the Bucks. That's one right there. Bucks win.
The Saints are not going to lose to the Buccaneers.
They lost to the Buccaneers 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago was a different Jameis Winston.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, the Buccaneers don't have a defense anymore.
The Buccaneers don't have anything anymore.
No, trash.
I gave them 6-10 just because I felt nice.
Who did they even draft this year?
I don't even know. Well, wait, are we really getting into their draft selections? No, we're not. We're moving on to the Panthers. Wait, who do you have? What do you have? 4-12.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the Panthers. I have them also at 6-10.
I have them a little bit better, 7-9.
I have them at 6.
Okay.
Oh
one last thing about the Buccaneers. Mike Evans needs to be traded.
He does need to be traded. I completely agree.
Trade him to. I don't even care if you trade him to the Giants.
Get him out of there.
Just get him off the Buccaneers. They were a terrible organization, and he's literally putting up numbers without a quarterback.
Yep.
Fitzmagic and Jameis Winston are not good quarterbacks.
I agree. So, now back to the Panthers. I think the only reason they're going to get wins is because Cam Newton is still a pretty good player. Still a solid player. The dude's a beast. Like, he's built. He's a truck. Yeah. He can just run the football, and he can score, and then he hands the football to a little kid and gets fined every time for it. It's okay.
Cam Newton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the only reason they're winning games. That's the only reason they're going to win games. And also, they do have Christian McCaffrey. That's fine. That dude is... He's good. He's good. But that's literally it, in my opinion. They have not been good since they... Well, you know what? That's not true. They've gone to the playoffs once since they lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they got beat pretty good.
In the playoffs? Yeah, because they had to play the Saints in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They got wrecked.
And the Saints are going to go 12-4 this year.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Okay, going back to the Buccaneers.
Oh, my gosh. What is your obsession with the Buccaneers?
I just want to laugh about this.
Oh, my.
Their second string is Blaine Gabbert. If James Winston gets suspended or goes down, Blaine Gabbert's their starting quarterback.
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh man.
Gosh. You know what?
Dude.
You know what? He wasn't horribly atrocious with the 49ers last year.
Yeah, but
no. He was I'm totally kidding. He was terrible. The 49ers were awful.
I didn't pay attention.
What they finished?
Dude.
2-14?
Dude, look how many receivers they got. They got like 12 receivers.
Are any of them good?
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
They got Chris Godwin still?
Yeah, and then they got that dude that the Ravens picked like 28th overall like 3 years ago, Bashard Perriman. He looks like he's 43, and his son is the one that got drafted. But no, this dude, like, he has the like receding hairline, everything.
Yeah.
But that dude's a really good punt and kick returner, but not really a good receiver.
About it.
Then they got O.J. Howard.
Dude, are we really going in depth to the Buccaneers' depth
Where did
chart?
Gerald McCoy go?
Who cares where Gerald McCoy?
Gerald McCoy's a Sooner.
He's not on the Buccaneers. That's what matters.
Oh, I forgot they got Pierre-Paul. And they drafted Devin White. I wanted Devin White to go to the Chargers.
Get it. You want a lot of people to go to the Chargers. I get it.
You want a lot of people... I just told you I wanted Mike Evans to be a Giant.
I know, but dude, I don't want to talk about the Buccaneers anymore.
Let's go to the West.
NFC West, you got the Rams.
I don't want to talk about the Rams first.
Fine, we'll talk about the freaking Cardinals.
Kyler Murray.
All I have to say about the Cardinals is Kyler Murray might win Rookie of the Year. 6-10.
I'm a believer in Kyler Murray.
What'd you put him at?
5-11.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what were they last year? Like 1-15?
They won 2? I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna go move on. The 49ers. I think Jimmy G is gonna be back. I think they're gonna be better. However,
he's gonna be hanging out with strippers.
However, I still think they're gonna be 7-9.
7-9. Let's see what I got. I got 7-9.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I mean, Jimmy G's good, but like, you know what, dude? You should have backed up Tom Brady, and then 2 years from now, when he's 43, you could play for the New England Patriots and keep winning Super Bowls.
I've never been a believer in Jimmy G. I love his name, Jimmy G. That's like a super cool name. But when you're hanging out with strippers, and he literally got hurt, like, what was it, the 4th game last year?
I don't even think it was that far in the season. I think it was like game week 2, maybe week 3.
I don't know. But
so you got him at 7-9. Okay. My next one, super unsure about this, the Seattle Seahawks. I got them at 9-7. Super unsure. I don't know about the Seahawks, man. I really don't, because Russell Wilson is one of those quarterbacks. Dude's either great or he's not. He has good, like, literally Russell Wilson could have 3 great games and then 2 trash games.
I don't even know who the receivers are anymore. Doug Baldwin failed his physical. He's not a Seahawk anymore.
Are you kidding me? Doug Baldwin, what are you doing, man?
Okay, the 49ers were 4-12 last year. No, the Cardinals were 3-13 last year.
They won 3 games? Wow.
Yeah, they won 3 games.
Wow, okay.
Josh Rose is that good. and he thinks he's going to be good for the Dolphins.
Go Dolphins.
I think that they win a couple more games. I think that Kingsbury's going to – this is my prediction.
Oh, my gosh.
This is my prediction with the Cardinals. Kingsbury is going to shock the league. First game, they're probably going to destroy whoever they're playing.
But here's my problem, though. Okay, first of all, I did see a report that Kyler Murray has already learned Cliff Kingsbury offensive system, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not the point. It's not the point. He played at OU.
I think that he's going to murder first.
This is
the first game of the year.
My only problem is I just can't believe that Cliff Kingsbury did all this stuff at Texas Tech. He never had like an amazing season.
Okay, they're destroying week 1.
Okay, listen. Hold on. Before we get to that.
All right.
Cliff Kingsbury.
You're gonna love who they play week 1.
Okay, Cliff Kingsbury. I just don't understand like what the Cardinals' decision is. You know what? It's probably gonna pan out, and I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. But like, what's their decision? A guy who doesn't win more than 8 games for Texas Tech.
Okay. Well,
and then he gets fired, and they're like, you know what? Instead of him getting another college job, we're just gonna hire him in the NFL. That's just like, to me, the thought of that is just crazy. However, the NFL is going towards a more offensive, fast-paced game like college, and I think maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but in 2 years, I think the Cardinals are gonna be hot. Like they're gonna be kicking people.
I got 2 takes on that. First, Cliff Kingsbury, Texas Tech. When you're at Texas Tech, well, for one, he made a mistake with Baker Mayfield, but we're not going to talk about that right now. For 2, when you're at Texas Tech, you don't have the recruiting that they do at OU.
I know.
Yep,
I know.
I
get it. Okay.
You be quiet there for a second. All right. You don't have the recruiting that you have at Texas. You have at Texas A&M, TCU, Baylor before all this stuff went on. OU, OSU, Alabama, Georgia.
USC's even getting people from Texas.
Yeah, okay, we're not going to go USC.
I know, but I'm just saying.
USC's nothing right now.
People are going across the country to get recruits from Texas, and they can't even go down the street to Lubbock. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. I get it. I totally get it.
Texas Tech is not on the radar for big recruits.
I get it.
I see that. But he did a lot of things with them. He had Patrick Mahomes.
That dude's
he turned that guy. After Patrick Mahomes, he didn't have the player that he had with Patrick Mahomes. He got fired. I think that Kingsbury has a shot. I've never been a big believer in Kingsbury. I think he has a shot to be a good head coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
But also, you got to look at what Gabe said. Fast-paced offense in the NFL. Look at Chip Kelly, what he did at Oregon. And then he went to the Philadelphia Eagles, and they sucked there for 2 years.
And then he got fired. 49ers, and he didn't make it past 1 season.
Yep.
But here's the thing.
I think Kingsbury is a better coach.
Yes, of course. I agree.
I think Chip Kelly needs to go back to college.
He is. He's a head coach at UCLA.
UCLA's trash.
They got OU on that. No, they were.
Go Trojans.
They were trash last year. But they got all those freshmen. They're gonna be sophomores.
All right.
So all this to say, I think the Cardinals are gonna win some games because Kyler's gonna be throwing to Larry Fitzgerald. That dude's gonna finally retire.
And then you got Christian Kirk.
Yep. Christian Kirk.
He's a pretty good receiver. But what I was gonna say earlier, week 1, I feel like Kingsbury's playbook is going to shock the league. For one,
who are they playing?
For one, I think that no matter who they were playing, for 2, they're playing the freaking Lions.
Oh, Matt. Oh, the old Patriots coach. Poor guy. He's going to get wrecked.
Dude, they got David Johnson. David Johnson's healthy, right?
Yeah,
I hope so. They got David Johnson, Fitzgerald, Kirk. Their tight end's not terrible. I don't remember who it is.
I don't know.
Their line is not good because if you watched
Rosen, Josh Rosen was running around all the time.
He was sacked 70 times last year?
He was sacked more than Eli, and that's saying something.
Yeah, because Eli can't get out of it.
Shut your mouth.
Eli, the only time he could run away from somebody was in the Super Bowl when he threw that freaking pass to David Tyree and he caught it up against his helmet.
Hey, you know what? We won a Super Bowl after that, and he did the same thing, but not to David Tyree.
Whatever.
To Mario Manningham.
Whatever.
Anyway.
But I think they're gonna go out. They're gonna drop 40.
I mean, dude, like Tyreek's getting offense. Because what was that game against the freaking? It was Rams Chiefs. What was it 52-49?
Yeah.
You don't see that in the NFL ever. And you know what? And then ironically, after having that, we had a 13-3 Super Bowl. Ironically.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen? Cardinals gonna destroy the Lions. I bet it'll be like 42-13.
They're gonna murder them.
42-21, something like that. Then week 2.
By who?
The Ravens.
Oh, they're gonna get
freaking
wrecked.
Earl Thomas could be like, Kyler Murray, you think you're bad?
And you know what? Kyler Murray's super short and super tiny. He's gonna get wrecked.
Oh yeah.
I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Then they play the Panthers.
Really, you're a Heisman winning quarterback. Please don't get hurt.
Then they got the Panthers.
That's iffy.
I mean, they got arguably one of the best middle linebackers of our era.
I mean, but we're not going through the whole line. All that matters is was it week 16? They playing the Browns?
Week 15.
Kyler Murray going against Baker, and Baker going up against his former head coach. You saw what he did to Hugh Jackson. Oh man! Imagine what he's gonna do to Cliff. He's like,
he's gonna pull to Kansas, grab his junk. All right, so
last team. Wait, what's your record on the Seahawks?
9-7. You had.
Okay. So Rams, I think they're awesome. I put them 11-5.
I think that Jared Goff is a system quarterback.
And he works perfectly in that system.
System quarterback. Once the defense figures him out, like they did in the Super Bowl.
No, that was a defensive battle the whole Super Bowl. It wasn't just him getting stopped. It's the whole defense. But that's not the point. We're talking about this next season. All right. Rams going 11-5. They're going to win the division. I'm not saying they're going to be back in the Super Bowl. But
They're not going to be back in the Super Bowl.
But I think that they will have a bye the first week of playoffs.
You know what? After the Super Bowl last year, I listened to several podcasts, some TV shows, and there's some people that don't believe in Jared Goff, and I'm one of them. I think Jared Goff...
Should he have gotten drafted number 1 overall?
No. I think Jared Goff, quality quarterback. Not a great quarterback. I think the dude is a system quarterback.
Put a 53 against the Chiefs. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I also think that their running back had a lot to do with that. Todd Gurley. But I don't think Todd Gurley is going to be the same. Todd Gurley's...
Man, you know what? I can never get behind Todd Gurley because I wasted my number 1 overall draft pick in fantasy on him.
Oh,
and it was 3 seasons ago when he was trash. I was super pissed because he came back the next season and he was awesome. He was tearing up the league, averaging like 25 points a freaking fantasy.
That's why you never pick Todd Gurley with.
You don't pick a running back number 1 overall. You know what? I should have picked Antonio Brown because he went off that season.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm still so mad about it.
All right, so I think that Rams got a pretty good defense. I think that they lost to Dominic Sue. He's actually a Buccaneer. Yeah. I think that but he didn't do a whole lot. I think he pretty much just plugged up a hole. You look at his stats, they weren't good.
That's true.
But they have Aaron Donald. Very deserving number 1.
And,
On the top 100.
He's number 1?
He was number 1.
Wow. Well, he was Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally understandable.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I think that they're going to go 11-5 with their system quarterback and their broke running back.
They're broke running back.
They're going to go 11-5. Especially if they play the Cardinals, the 49ers, and Seahawks 6 times this season. I mean, they'll win 11 games.
So we made it through all the teams. You know, like I said, I think I finished at 260 and 252 roughly, and you're supposed to have 256. I mean, 256. I'm close. I was only 4 games off. It doesn't matter. We'll add yours up in a minute, but I want to get to our next topic real quick. I know we're running pretty long on time, but I want to get to this real quick. The next topic is This Week in Sports History.
Cal Ripken
Jr., the Iron Man. 1994, the dude got his 2000th consecutive game, and he joined Lou Gehrig as the only other player in baseball to do that. Eventually, he continued that streak and eventually passed Lou Gehrig, and now owns the record for most consecutive games played. He was hurt, and I know he played. Like, that guy is one of the best players to ever play the game. Dude's an Iron Man. And, like, there's no way... Like, you don't see players nowadays play a full season. Like, even if they're 100% healthy, they don't play a full season. They take games off. And I get it. It prolongs their career. I totally get it. But Cal Ripken was just a unique person because he had a super-duper long career and played a lot of games.
I think Cal Ripken was a great player. I think the dude made himself better by never taking a break and never sitting
worked
out.
Hard and worked constantly.
I think that he showed hard work and something we hadn't seen since Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
And I think he's a great player.
And then the next thing we can get into real quick is the Pirates Red Brawl. I just want to go into it real quick. You know, as you saw, Amir Garrett went over and he rushed the Pirates dugout and he started throwing punches and got mauled by 5
guys. You got to lead up to it. There's several pitches. This whole game, they were chipping away at each other. Pitches were thrown at people's heads. Dietrich had a ball thrown at his head. Starlin Marte had a ball thrown at him, and it was back and forth. Go ahead, Gabe.
Keone Kelly, I don't remember how to say his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. He was the one that told Amir Garrett to go sit his ass down, right? Was that how it went down?
He said, "Sit down, bitch."
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So then Amir Garrett was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." So he ran over there, started throwing punches.
No. He told Derek Dietrich
Oh.
to sit his ass.
Okay.
Sit down, bitch. After he struck him out.
Okay, that was my bad.
After he threw a pitch at his head.
Okay. Well, eventually,
something like that.
All this led to Amir Garrett rushing the Pirates. So Amir Garrett got an 8-game suspension. Keone Kela got a 10-game suspension for whatever. Jose Azuna, 5-game suspension. Kyle Crick, 3-game. Yasiel Puig, 3-game. Jared Hughes, 3-game.
Puig got traded before this happened.
Yeah, so he got in the brawl.
He got traded, then got in the brawl.
Yeah, because he was still technically on the team.
Well, he was in the dugout.
Right, yeah, he was on the dugout, got traded, and wasn't playing in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he got 3-game suspension. Jared Hughes got a 3-game suspension. But that's not even the best thing. The best thing of that freaking night, the Reds manager got ejected earlier in the game. So he has to go into the clubhouse and just hang out. They start getting in this brawl. This dude who got ejected runs out onto the field and starts fighting with him. The manager, 6-game suspension.
The other manager, 2 games.
2-game suspension. Mostly because, he wasn't ejected at the time. I just,
Yeah, if you watch the video, the managers are getting after each other.
It's hilarious.
It's probably worse that they're getting after each other than the players getting after each other. Amir Garrett, at one point, had, 5 guys holding him back from killing Chris Archer. I don't know what Chris Archer did, because he wasn't even pitching that day. Yep. You see the picture, he has just regular tennis shoes on. Yep. He doesn't have spikes.
Oh, that was crazy. All right, so I want to move on to our last topic before we close. Just kind of want to do a little fun thing. What are some of the favorite foods that we eat while watching sporting events? This can include big games like the Super Bowl, like the World Series, NBA Finals, anything like that. Or it could just include, the regular season game. So, my main thing, one thing that might be a little bit hot take, I only have, crazy eating sessions when watching sporting events when it's involving football. I don't really ever do it watching baseball or basketball, mostly because, if you're doing it in the playoffs, the World Series has 7 games, or potentially 7 games, minimum of 4. I'm not going to make food for every World Series game. Same thing with the NBA Finals, minimum of 4, 7 games max. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But national championship, bunch of food, 1 game, bunch of food. Super Bowl, bunch of food. OU Texas, I'm making a crap load of food.
I'm coming over to his house.
There's 1 game. It's 1 game. I'm not making a ton of food for, a 7-game series. But I will have a bunch of food if I ever get to watch football games. It's the last few football seasons, especially college and NFL. I've worked on the weekends and haven't been able to watch a lot of games, so I haven't been able to enjoy a lot of food except for the Super Bowl and the national championship game. I've gotten off work for both of those and always eating food.
All right, so what was your total for NFL wins?
260 and 252.
254 and 248.
Wait.
Is that enough?
Yeah, because that's still right. Wait, 254 and what?
248.
Yeah, you did your math wrong because you're 6 games short. You're supposed to have 256 and 256. So
whatever.
You're 10 games short on both.
Fight me.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I mostly just eat chips and dip, chips queso. A lot of times, for OU games, I'll make
Mike's hard lemonade.
Shut up. I'll eat fajitas and tacos.
Ooh.
Get some Little Smokies sometimes, depending on what it is. Super Bowl, I go to town. I got 3-4 different kinds of dips. I don't know what kind of food you eat, but
back in the day, I used to go over to my buddies. We'd have for OU games, literally every OU game, and they'd make the queso with hamburger meat in it.
Oh man,
that's just the best.
That's the best. Yep.
What else did we used to have? We would have all those jalapenos with the cheese in it and the wrapped in bacon.
Oh, the
jalapeno poppers or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Hamburgers and anything really goes with game day.
Yeah.
Last year my game days were just me watching TV, so it was not a whole lot of food. But I'm kind of with Gabe. Obviously we're not going to make food for 7 games. It's going to be national championship, maybe game 7. Really anything for game day is pretty good.
I think that concludes everything we want to talk about. hopefully, these episodes will get a little more structured but we're still going to try and have the wild discussions that we do. I think the basic, premise of these, we're probably going to do one every week, one every couple weeks, especially during the NFL season. We're going to do a weekly breakdown of every game. We're going to try to.
It'll be a quick breakdown of every game, and then a quick breakdown of what we think is going to happen in the next week.
So we're going to try to do that every week, and then we'll do a full pod every other week. I think that's kind of how we're going to do it. And it's going to be along the same thing. Like, we'll have one topic that we want to go over for that week, and then we'll have like a This Week in Sports History or like a Stat of the Week, just something cool that happened.
Top 10 players.
Yeah, something like that.
I think next week we're going to have top 10 quarterbacks since 2000.
I think that's a good plan. And then for last time we'll have something fun. Kind of venture out from sports. Maybe talk about food, video games, movies, just whatever. Random stuff.
Oh yeah.
So eventually we'll talk about movies. So there is going to be spoilers. Just pre-warning. Like we will be talking about Avengers at some point.
Oh yeah. I mean, Avengers Endgame just came out on iTunes.
Yeah, exactly. So
we went and watched it twice in the movie theaters, or at least I did.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll be talking about stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Troy, any final thoughts?
I don't think anything. I think go Chargers.
Oh my gosh.
And Eli Manning sucks.
All right. Yeah. Well, whatever. We'll say that whenever.
They're not gonna win another Super Bowl.
No, they're not.
Well, maybe not ever, but in Eli Manning's time, they're not gonna win another.
Unless he's in the front office.
I hope that he's not in the front office.
Me too.
Oh.
All right. Well, I think that concludes everything. Hope you guys enjoyed.
See you next week.
Yep. See you next week.